Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to this interview. My name is John. I work for the University of Adelaide here in the Support Hub, and I'm very excited today. We actually have a fantastic interview with Mr. Tim Thurbin, who's the Careers Engagement Manager for the Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand. How are you, Tim? And thank you for being here.
I'm great to be here, John, and thank you for the invite.
No worries at all. So I thank you, once again for having this interview because the relationship between our two organizations is absolutely fantastic. We've got obviously a lot of students that come through from the university into your organization. And so we just wanted to tell everyone a little bit about what you guys do and who you are and how our students can take advantage of it. So if you could first start, just tell us a little bit about the Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand.
Thank you, John. Yeah, look, I'd be happy to. And I just want to give a brief overview. So we represent an international designation that represents 125,000 financial professionals who are based around the world. We work to proactively shape the profession of the future by developing opportunities for our members to help them build value and make a difference to the businesses, organizations, and communities in which they work and live. We also help connect students at the University of Adelaide and other universities with employment opportunities. So University of Adelaide students can sign up to be one of our student affiliates at www.unlimitedanz.com. And you can also hear more on our designated YouTube and Facebook channels.
Perfect. No, thank you for that. So how would a University of Adelaide student become a difference maker?
Well, I think as a first step, John, they would need to sign up to be one of our student affiliates on our www.unlimitedanz.com website. And by doing so, University of Adelaide students can learn more about our events, complete an interactive career quiz, and learn more how to be empowered to acquire the skills through the Chartered Accountants program, which helps you drive business decisions to help create better value for societies, communities, and also economies. Why not create a more prosperous future for your family, your community, and for us all?
Perfect. No, thank you for that. Obviously, the world is impacted by this pandemic, and it's forced a lot of staff and students to work from home, and especially students who have now had to transfer all their studies to online and having to really engage with the material at home. So what can students be doing now while they are studying online at home to pretty much help their career progression?
Absolutely, John. Look, it's certainly been a challenging time for students, universities, and for us all, and we've all had to pivot in this time. I guess I recommend that students just add to their skills and develop themselves. The whole idea of lifelong learning is a concept that keeps coming up, and I hear from different employers is really of value. There's obviously a lot of news going on at the moment, but I think ultimately we can only focus on what we as individuals can control, such as our own positive well-being and our own mental health. And in that regard, John, I'd recommend that every University of Adelaide student has a look again at our U Unlimited website. We do have some strong profiles of CAs who work in the mental health space with some great tips, as well as advice on resilience. In U Unlimited, we also have access to our interactive careers guide, where you can connect directly with employers and look for opportunities. So why not connect with other students and sign up as a student affiliate, or in our Become a CA group on Facebook.
Fantastic. And as we both know, the first year of university can be very difficult. And there's so much material and so many things to really get a grasp on as you really kick off your studies. So why is it so important to network and engage with industry through events, such as careers fairs or networking panels from the first year of university?
Yeah, that's a great question, John. And as we talked about earlier in the piece, Adelaide is a small community, a bit like Perth, where I myself am based. And it's an environment where relationships really matter. So no matter where you're from, there are people in Adelaide who can help you, whether it's to find a job, get volunteer work, or make new connections. So I encourage students to reach out directly to my Adelaide colleague, Darian Kinipa, who will be happy to chat with you one-to-one about your career options. But ultimately, as students, it's your responsibility to secure your future career pathway. A key part of finding a position is to build up your contacts and connections. Ultimately, networking is really important, and this includes attending events provided by University of Adelaide and Chartered Accountants ANZ.
Fantastic.
But it's also about, sorry, John, having an active presence on LinkedIn where you can focus on building your professional brand so that your future employer can find and connect with you. And finally, Unlimited, ANZ.com, also has a lot of great articles and resources where you can craft your personal brand and top tips for how to network effectively.
Oh, perfect. No, thank you for that. And finally, it's my understanding that you guys actually have a new playbook. So could you explain the new playbook which has been developed by the Chartered Accountants ANZ for students?
Thank you, John. I'd be happy to. So again, this kind of taps into the mental health and resilience aspect that I touched on earlier in the interview. And look, at Chartered Accountants ANZ, we recognise it's been a tough time for a lot of people. And we're just trying to ensure that students who are studying from home or pivoting back to campus can develop their own routine and are set up well for success. So that's why we've compiled a collection of resources to support you and also the wider academic community throughout this period and beyond. So this guide ultimately includes practical advice on stress management, building resilience, and developing skills that would be highly regarded by employers. The guide can be found on unlimitedanz.com.
That's fantastic. No, thank you for that. And thank you for your time today in describing the fantastic things that you offer for our students. I really look forward to seeing you again, and hopefully students can really take advantage of your organization and what it has to offer. So thank you for your time, Tim.
Thank you, John.
Thank
See
you.
ya.